One of the biggest changes that I made in my healing journey was my diet. Even though I was eating healthy at the time, there were things that I was doing that were actually working against me, and I didn't even realize it. If I was starting my healing journey today, these are the top 5 things that I would implement into my diet to heal my Hashimoto's. Let's get into it. Number 1, make sure that you're eating enough. Before I was diagnosed, I thought that I was just gaining a lot of weight, but really I was having a lot of inflammation. And so I was trying to lose weight by cutting calories and then also training really hard on top of that. And what I didn't realize is with Hashimoto's, your body is in a stressed and fragile state. And so chronically underfueling yourself is just going to make your symptoms worse. In order for your body to heal, it needs to feel safe, and it can't feel safe if you don't have enough to eat. I noticed a huge difference with my anxiety and fatigue when I was eating a minimum of 1,700 calories a day. Okay, thing number 2 is eating 2 to 3 Brazil nuts a day. Brazil nuts are full of selenium, which is overall great for your thyroid, but there's been so many studies that show that supplementing with selenium can reduce your thyroid antibodies, sometimes even up to 40%. So number 3 is eating blood sugar balancing meals and overall incorporating more healthy fat into your diet. When I was diagnosed and I was talking to my naturopath about my diet, her and I realized that I was basically eating no healthy fat. And healthy fat is so important for your reproductive system, for hormone health, for brain function and brain health. Eating healthy fats releases dopamine in your brain. Additionally, I would eat in a blood sugar balancing order, which is eating the protein, the healthy fats, fiber, and then the carbohydrates of my meal. So for example, if I was eating an egg scramble with a side of avocado and a biscuit, I would eat the egg scramble first, then the avocado, and then the biscuit. What this does is it reduces the blood sugar spike. And why this affects your body is when you have a blood sugar spike, you release more cortisol. And releasing more cortisol can trigger your immune system function. It's kind of like adding fuel to the fire, if you will. So when I started eating blood sugar balancing meals, I noticed a huge shift in my fatigue and overall anxiety and stress levels. Tip number 4 is eating gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free, and alcohol-free. Okay, all the frees. I know that that sounds really overwhelming, but hear me out. So the first thing is that I learned that gluten, I guess, has a really similar molecular structure as your thyroid tissue. So eating gluten can cause your body to attack your thyroid. And then on top of that, they did a study where they found that people with Hashimoto's thyroiditis had a much greater chance of being lactose intolerant. 75.9% of the people in the study were lactose intolerant, and overall, dairy can cause inflammation. Again, it's kind of just adding fuel to the fire. When I say going sugar-free, I do not mean not eating anything sweet, because I am someone that literally lives for a daily sweet treat. And so instead, I swapped out refined sugar for coconut sugar, honey, maple syrup, even agave sweetener sometimes. I've found that coconut sugar is like such an amazing baking replacement, and it actually has like a really nice mapley, like vanilla undertone flavor that I think is great in baking. If you have Hashimoto's, then your immune system is on overdrive, nervous system is overreactive, and alcohol is just going to inflame all of those things. And lastly, number 5 is aloe vera juice. If you have watched my previous videos, then I'm sorry that you're hearing this for the umpteenth time. There was a 9-month-long study done in 2018 where women drank 50 milliliters of aloe vera juice. And in that 9-month period, their antibodies dropped all the way down to 37% of what they were. And that was the high end of the study. Some of the women their antibodies dropped all the way down to 0%. I would drink aloe vera juice every morning, would do 2 ounces on an empty stomach. I just want to say that I totally understand that implementing all of these changes at once can feel super overwhelming and maybe even impossible. So I would encourage you to pick maybe one thing that you could start with and then maybe add something in every week or so if you feel ready for it. I also just want to say that you do not need to be perfect in your healing journey to make progress, and that it's really about consistency over time. Consistency over time is a formula that will truly never let you down. So if you want to hear more about my healing journey, or if you'd like to hear more tips and tricks, I'm going to link my Hashimoto story in the description box. That video really has my entire healing journey and everything that I did to heal myself. I will be making more videos about Hashimoto specific subjects, so if that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.